Good morning, everyone. It's Monday, December 30th, and welcome to CVHP News. I'm Sonora Scott. First up, here's what we're working on at KLST and KSAN. We're honoring remarkable women. If you know a woman you'd like to nominate, you can go to our website, ConchoValleyHomepage.com, and fill out the form. We'll also be working on a year in review for 2019. Now to your news around town. The San Angelo Police Department is still looking for information regarding 2 shootings over the weekend. The first happened on Friday, December 27th in the Santa Rita neighborhood around 11:30 in the morning in the 1900 block of Live Oak. Police say a person or multiple people fired shots several rounds toward a house and a vehicle. A 24-year-old man inside the home did have minor injuries from the flying debris. That suspect is described as a male wearing a black hoodie who ran from the area right after the shooting. The next shooting happened on Saturday, December 28th, near East 20th Street and Bradford around 2 in the afternoon. The suspects are described as 2 Hispanic males driving an older model light brown and white pickup truck that was lifted and has oversized tires. No injuries or property damage were reported in that case. If you have any information, you can call SAPD or report tips anonymously via text or online. Now let's check in with Jay Martin, who's got a look at the weather. Good morning, Jay.
Well, good morning. It was a chilly start to our day, and that's how it's going to be pretty much for the rest of the day. We saw some 20s. We're going to slowly seeing it warm up into the 50s and mid-50s for our highs, so pretty nice for December and the end of 2019. Plenty of sunshine to come in as well, but we are seeing that tonight and tomorrow morning cold like it was this morning. So for the rest of 2019, going to be seeing cool temperatures. Even as we go into New Year's Eve, we're seeing a little bit of a warm-up, 62 on Wednesday, and then 65 Thursday, so not too bad as we start 2020, but then a little bit of cooler air comes through on Friday. That's going to get us back down into those low 60s, and then quickly warming up as we go into Saturday and Sunday with 62, even a 68 on Sunday. So the beginning of the week, pretty chilly, and we're going to end 2019 on the chilly side, but 2020 is looking pretty nice with mid-60s.
Thanks, Jay. And now I am joined by so many beautiful ladies. Hello, everybody. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Great. Good morning. Thank you so much for being here. So they are all with Fostering Concho Valley Kids. And what we're going to do is kind of go around, say your name, and then the agency you work with. Okay.
I'm Rebecca Samples, and I work with Children's Hope.
I'm Yvonne Velasquez, and I work with the World for Children.
I'm Cassie Hattermeal. I'm with Children's Hope.
Leah Neely. I'm with New Horizons.
Perfect. So just a handful of the agencies that we've got here in the Concho Valley.
Yes.
Helping out. Okay, so y'all actually have an event coming up where you can basically get any question answered.
Yeah, so we're going to have a panel set up. It's a Q&A panel set up so that we'll have certain questions that every agency will be able to answer. And it's going to be geared to anybody that's interested in becoming a foster parent or just learning more about foster care and maybe how you can help.
Yeah, definitely. So we know where it's going to be and the hours and everything?
Yes, it will be at ASU at the Plaza Verde
Clubhouse.
Clubhouse at 2005 South Van Buren Street.
Yes.
It is on January 7th at 6 o'clock.
Perfect. So January 7th, you've got lots of time to put it down on your calendar, so put it down. So obviously it's a question and answer panel. You know, the people who are interested can come in, but what can they kind of expect so they're not walking in to just like, oh man, do I have to have questions prepared? What's going on?
You could have questions prepared if you want to. We always say that's, the better, it's nice to have that written down. And then you just come in with a notebook and a pen, and when you walk through the door, there'll be other agencies, fostering to adopt agencies in the hallway. And then y'all get information from there. And then when you come in, there'll be other services that, help provide services for the child and for the family while they're going through the process.
Good deal.
We will also have a list of questions prepared and ready to be answered with all of the agencies' information. Some of the different agencies, we have different answers to the questions because we all have different policies. So during the Q&A, we'll all have a chance to answer how our agency would answer those questions.
Right. So you're kind of, I guess, finding the right fit for you,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
The right fit for each agency.
Well, and the really cool part is that this time we're going to have our agencies are bringing a foster parent along with us. So that way people can connect with the people who are already doing it and are already on the front lines and can ask all those questions that maybe they might be too shy to ask us, or, that we can't really answer as well as people who are already doing it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And we'll have a foster parent and adopted parent on the actual panel itself. So we'll have questions geared for them. And we are going to be live streaming this event as well on our Fostering Concho Valley Facebook page.
Fabulous. Yeah, they're so active on their Facebook page. It's great. You get to see some really great stories on there. So you bring up a good point. Maybe people are just too shy to ask questions. I guess there's no reason to be, right? That's why y'all are here.
We always say there's no silly question or no dumb question, because if you're thinking it, somebody else in the room is probably thinking it, and they just might be a little too shy to ask, or think that it's not an appropriate question. And usually it is a very good question, and we're like, oh, we should have addressed that, but that's why they have their questions.
I think we also do want to add that there is no obligation. If you do come to the Q&A, you are not obligated to sign up to be a foster parent. We want you to know that you're welcome to come, even if you're not interested in fostering, but also in other ways that you can help. The Rainbow Room will also be set up. They're always looking for volunteers. We're always looking for babysitters, for people who will provide respite care, so maybe for an overnight or a weekend. So we also want to make sure that you're not just knowing that this is just for foster parents and you have to come and you have to sign up.
Yeah, definitely. There are a lot of ways. I'm glad you brought that up to help. Maybe you can't foster a child or anything, but there are a lot of other ways to help too. Yeah. So I guess just laying it out there, y'all are a great group. You're upfront, you're honest, and that was the whole point, I think, of this Fostering Concho Valley Kids group, right? Was just to be upfront and honest about it, because this is a real issue in especially Tom Green County and West Texas. Do you have any numbers about how many our kids are in foster care right now in our area? I know it's a lot.
There's almost about 300 children just in the Concho Valley. About over, I believe, 70% of those kids are being transferred outside of our county and going to other regions, going outside of Tom Green. So our region covers all the way from Midland, Odessa, to here to up to Ballinger. So we cover quite a bit of an area. And so whenever we don't have homes here in the Concho Valley, they're going to those different areas, and sometimes different regions. Sometimes they're having to go to Lubbock, to San Antonio, to Houston, to different areas, just because there isn't enough homes here in our hometown.
Yeah, but y'all are trying to fix that, right?
Yes, that's our job. That's
our goal.
That's what we do these events for. We want to get the word out and just make the public aware of the huge need here in the Concho Valley.
Well, and I think sometimes it's easy to get on Facebook and see our victories and see there's this post going around that talks about how there's more kids leaving foster care than entering at this point. And while we are celebrating that and we love that, we also need to remember that it's an ongoing issue, and we need to think of the kids in the future that we don't have homes for, and how we need to keep working with this momentum to try and make sure that it doesn't become a bigger issue.
Yeah, right. Always planning for the future. And trying to prevent those, issues. But so what are some of the, I guess, top misconceptions maybe people have? Maybe they come to these events and there's plenty.
There's so many. We get that question all the time. Some of the myths that we always tell people is, you don't have to be rich. You don't have to be married. A lot of people think that you have to be married. You can be single, you can be divorced, you can be in committed relationships. As long as you can show stability in your income and show stability in your relationship, you qualify to be a foster parent.
Yeah. What are y'all? I heard y'all were laughing too. What are some other myths and misconceptions?
I've heard a lot of the attachment side of it. I don't want to get too attached. It's going to be too hard for my family. And so one thing that I really encourage people to look into and to think about before, taking a step, or if they're even interested or on the fence, is to just look around and see what kind of support system they have. And if they don't have that, that's the good thing about events like this, is you can meet people who are on the fence also, and maybe you can make that connection and build a support system, because that's going to be the key to getting you through some of those tough times and some of those losses. And we don't want to prevent that from being able to give a child a home.
Yeah, because that's the overall goal, right?
The attachment is a real big one that we do hear a lot. People are they're scared to, when the child goes back to the home, whatever, like we're not gonna see that child. But we just say focus on the impact that you made on that child, and that attachment is good because you made that impact, and that child will remember you.
Yeah. Definitely.
A lot of people also, swimming pools is a big deal. Especially in the summer months, a lot of people think if they have a swimming pool, they can't be foster parents. There are certain regulations that you do have to have in regards to having a swimming pool, but you can still have one. Another one that people always worry about is biological children. People are worried about how their biological kids will feel if you have other kids that are coming into the home. My parents were actually foster parents whenever I was younger, so I always tell people, look at where I'm at now and what I do for a living. I do this because my parents showed me what it was like to care for other kids, and so it shows them how to be a part of a bigger community rather than just your home life.
Yeah. Definitely. And it's probably good, good for them as well, like you. You turned out just fine.
Turned out all right.
Yeah. Wonderful. So let's see. What else? So we got, you want to give the dates and times of the event again?
Yeah, it'll be next Tuesday, January 7th at 6 p.m. You can come about 5:30. We'll have some time set up to where they can talk to the support agencies that are available, and then talk to us too, get comfortable, find a seat, and the panel is geared to start about 6 p.m. and it should last about an hour or so.
Okay.
And then we just wanted to add in, if you can't make it on the 7th, every second Tuesday of the month, we have our informational meetings at Southland Baptist Church starting at 6 also. And we all try to have a representative there to answer questions and to just really be there for people who are like, hey, I didn't get to make it, but I still have all these questions I need answered.
Yeah, definitely. Because there are a ton of questions, and y'all are streaming this.
We're streaming it live, and if you do have any questions while you're watching it on live, just comment in on the questions and we'll try to get an answer.
Fabulous. Fabulous. They're so hip with the times.
Don't forget to like our Facebook page. Kids. So you can catch the live video, and then of course see all our posts that we have, all the events that we're doing. We always try to get out in the community just so people are aware that we're here and that we need foster parents. And
yeah. Definitely. Well, thank y'all so much for coming on. There's so many. I have so many questions. They're just bouncing around in here, but that's the point of this event coming up. You can come. You can bring your questions. You can think about it. While you're just contemplating everything. You can watch this, write some stuff down that we didn't talk about. But again, that's the point of the event on Tuesday, January 7th, at the Plaza Verde Clubhouse there on the ASU campus. So, any final thoughts, ladies?
No, come out, share our video, even if you can't come, even if you can't become a foster parent, just helping us get the word out. That means a lot, so hopefully this video or the Q&A panel will reach somebody that is interested and, has been kind of thinking about it for some time now. So.
Yeah, definitely. Awesome. Well, thank y'all again so much.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. Don't forget to follow them on Facebook and follow us on Facebook and download our free app. All you have to do is search Concho Valley Homepage in your app store. And that is all for right now. But hey, we're going to see you right back here tomorrow morning. Have a great day, everybody.
Thanks.